Hello, I will be discussing classroom management and the psychosocial relationships within it. Before we dive into it, I believe it is important to define what classroom management is. And it is the manner in which a teacher or instructor sets up the classroom so that a student will engage with meaningful learning. And it has different factors affecting it, such as the interaction of psychosocial relationships among members of the classroom, which is the one I'm going to be focusing on. I would also like to develop a little bit about the biological systems theory prompted by Uri Bronfenbrenner. He believed that a child is surrounded by different circles or different systems. First is a smaller circle or a smaller system called the microsystem. And this would basically represent the child's caregivers, parents, immediate family, and teachers. So people they would engage with on a regular basis. The second circle or the second system represents the child mesosystem. And this is how family or the members of the microsystem relate to one another and how they interact. How does this relate or apply to classroom management? I believe that when these microsystems aligned in terms of rules and standards or norms, there's no problem. Neither of the parts would face any problems. But when they do not align, when there's some difference, teachers are most likely to encounter or face resistance from the students. So it is important to talk about parents-teacher relationship. When parents and teachers or family and peers norms and expectations are congruent, children will likely learn socialization messages easily and quickly. This would allow to have an easier and more smooth classroom management, and along with that, developing the lesson in a more effective manner. Sheridan, in her article, she talks about ways to build this relationship with parents, and she talks about 3 C's. The first C states for communication. So communication between home and school. She mentions establishing a route of staying communicated with the students' parents and the other way around. Let it be emails, notes, or regular meetings. The best kind of communication is open, clear, constructive, and timely. Frequent two-way communication is important to stay apprised of what is happening in the homeschool life. So the second C is for consistency, and this entails for the involvement of parents, creating opportunities and experiences to support their children's learning process. Basically sharing methods or topics being discussed, so parents and teachers are both on the same page. And finally, the third C is for collaboration. This would be easier if the first 2 components, consistency and communication, are carried out well too. So a collaborative partnership focuses on specific positive strategies to help children achieve the best of their potential. So we talked about the relationship between parents and teachers. Now I want to talk a little bit about students-teacher. To build this rapport or good rapport with students, it is important to, from both sides, have some compromise, clear rules and norms, building a collaborative learning environment. And in order to do that, usually what expert teachers or experienced teachers suggest is incorporating personal stories, experiences with one own's lesson. So all in all environments or all systems relate to one another, and the balance among them is what makes an efficient classroom management. These are my sources and the works that were cited. Thank you.